poblano right off the bat.
Square it up. I wouldn't yet, but I would separate.
Right, keep them separate.
So yeah, we'll basically you got the poblano, flattened out.
Yep.
Square it up. Take the 4 pieces.
Yep.
Drop them over here, and then what we'll do is we'll cut everything up in nice squares, and then we'll determine if we do need more poblano or don't. Or sometimes what I'll do is I'll blend the pieces up.
Okay.
So we'll do the same thing.
I like that idea.
That's what
a
we'll probably
lot.
end up
We'll
doing.
just
So
blend up the. Yep.
So we will have.
Now, speaking of blending, how are we gonna blend?
Well, I have a Milwaukee tool. I know that's hard for you to believe. But I'm using my battery. We're going to grab my battery inverter and grab my immersion blender and see if it runs it.
Okay.
And that's all we need.
What do you have for an immersion?
I have an Oster commercial, I think.
And I've got a brown.
Okay.
So maybe
whichever
one.
Which one draws less amperage.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah. So we'll grab ours and see if it runs it. But how, Josiah, what'll it run?
Hey, wait a minute.
175 watts peak.
Mine will run 170. The
top off.
The top off will run 175 watts. So.
Brown.
What you set out back there, I mean, like when you laid that, was that everything? Or
yeah, that's it. That's it. There, damn, the deer came up again. Look at that. That was full of leaves yesterday. Those little fuckers.
That's why my airsoft pistol's in there.
We're gonna get an ass full of bird shot.
Permission to bury a hole and shoot.
Yeah, the old net tip. These are good. So yeah, that
Mine's the old style. That's
we have a 300 blackout.
Don't want to search it.
Say brown, it's brawn.
Search that. It said brown.
Brown.
I'll grab ours.
It's brown.
Brown.
4169. 4169. 4169. It says 160 watts. Would you say that'll...
160?
Yeah.
The top off should handle it, yeah.
Would you say it handles?
It should handle.
You might have to use yours. Well, we'll see, because ours isn't unpacked yet.
Oh, okay.
I just looked to see if it was in the drawer, and it's not. So it's probably...
The description says 160 watts.
So we will definitely test it before we go.
160 watts.
160 watts?
It's the old school one. Now the other thing is how she has a USB charged little blender. Do you think that would work even better? Probably not, because you like to blend immerse in the pot, right?
Well, it could. I mean, depends on the peak wattage if we can run it off that.
No, it's
got a battery.
cordless. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like a little 1 cup.
Yeah, something like that. How big is it?
1 cup, something like that.
Does it work pretty well? Do you like how it works, or is it kind of not as good as you thought it was going to be?
Oh, it just doesn't have the
Never mind.
power, or it doesn't grind up like you'd like it to?
It doesn't really have the power. It doesn't really do the
It's pretty small too, so probably yeah. I mean,
Yeah, let's try the immersion
we could
better.
Either one. I'm open.
Boat motor's always better. Boat motor's always better.
So
right.
we're taking
Laying
we're
stuff
taking
out.
these cutting boards, so
Okay.
that's why we're using these guys.
Those are some newer ones.
Yeah, those are the 90-year-old poblanos that I got.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah, I picked the best ones that I could.
Wow.
These are the good ones these are from
Oh, you got some more.
Walmart. These are the 4 that Walmart had.
Oh, you needed more.
I needed more.
I
So we'll get the amount out of what we need and go from there. We have too many Anaheims because the recipe calls for 6 and they only have 5 in a bag. So there's 2 bags of Anaheim because they don't sell them individually anymore at Home Depot. Yeah. And I was trying to think of
I
something.
didn't realize it's over at Home Depot at all.
Yeah, Home Depot. Sorry, I was thinking tools. Yeah. What my concern with this particular recipe and a plastic table is the flame roasting. So what I was gonna do is try to either bring or buy disposable aluminum trays, the ones we use for barbecue, just the big, the
Right.
deep aluminum trays,
Right.
and to do it on the ground. So,
Okay.
so,
Does Dylan have anything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What the
oh,
fuck?
okay. Okay, I
These
didn't
are
count
bigger.
that one. Yeah, use the bigger ones.
How about an emergency blanket?
That's what I said, like a welding blanket. Does he have a shield?
It does, but it's very big and very heavy.
Okay,
We
never
do
mind.
have shipping blankets, but
That's very flammable. Yeah, no, I didn't know. Oh,
quilted, the
you're-
quilted.
But you're also thinking maybe insulating the table.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep the table from getting melted. Or what I
So
can't.
if we do the tray, the
You know, we
aluminum
can
tray,
use. We
and
can
then
just
put,
get a couple of cookie sheet cooling,
From the dollar store.
Well, you could even bring them the wire racks, cooling racks for cookies, and just put 2 of them underneath right on the table, and underneath the
thing.
aluminum,
Excellent.
and then just
Yep.
go like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
So I'm trying to. We try to preserve as much of the heat as we can when we roast them because it takes so long to roast them. So if I get the aluminum pans that are like 3 inches deep,
Mhm.
roasting pans, and
Mhm.
use those, it kind of holds
Mhm.
a little bit of the heat in there and reflects
And
back
then
in.
cover them
and-
with some foil after they're. And let 'em
we're
sit
just
there.
gonna. They go right into a baggie
You run straight in.
to steam
Okay.
into a baggie. I'm
Okay.
trying to this time. We're gonna torch them good, but we're gonna try. I don't know. I'm going back and forth on whether we should make this as dirty as we did at Ocean Shores.
Like so.
As
not
much
take
char.
See, I want a lot of char, but then after I want to peel most of it off.
That's what I mean.
I
is
want it.
before we charred good, but we didn't peel it off,
Right.
and that's what turned the chili darker. And I'm thinking a traditional Verde
Should be bright
might be
green.
better bright green
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
was thinking. Is we want to char to sweeten and soften.
Yeah.
But we don't want as much. I mean, we can have some, but we
Right.
don't want to have black flake floating in the chili.
Agreed.
So that's kind of my
Wholeheartedly agree.
in that taste.
So we should. Do we have a notepad that we can start writing some of these things down so we don't forget?
Certainly.
Let's stop right now and write those things down, and then continue.
What's this Goliath down?
What's what?
Goliath down. Frozen in the
No idea.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
yeah, lots of energy, kid.
What is this, Jim?
You good?
Goliath down that Renee commented on?
Oh, that's Goliath Down is the name of the folks that used to own Image Flower and Gifts.
Oh,
Uh,
Cindy.
Oh,
No,
this
not
is the
Cindy.
side building.
Yep.
Oh,
He changed his name to Goliath Down on Facebook for some weird reason. I don't know why.
All right.
But that's I can't remember their names, but that's them.
immersion blender.
Bento, stop.
I've got some
Bento,
great.
stop.
I've got some great smaller stackable cookie racks.
Mhm.
I've even they're the Pampered Chef cookie racks, and they have these legs, so it folds this
So they're
flat,
flat.
but then when it opens up, it's about this tall.
Okay.
That would give us lots of room between the pan, and we don't need to take one.
Try to get away.
I'm not even gonna touch these right now.
Yeah. So cookie cooling rack, immersion blender.
Yep. So far, that's it. Doesn't this look cool?
Yeah, it'd be great if I had the full set.
Yeah, I would not.
You bought that one.
I bought this.
You bought that one out from underneath me. That's okay.
Well, they had more. I just chose not to spend too much money because this is what, like $300 right here.
Yeah.
Well, and we got the discount for them being
Mine was
display
only
units.
20.
You know in grass?
Let's do deep aluminum comb roasting.
We can buy those there, not have to take up space.
I have some too.
Oh,
I
you
think.
do? Oh, okay.
And they're easy to pack around.
All right, sure.
I know.
So, and I'm gonna check to see. I'm gonna check to see if
Baby. You're a big baby.
I know you can. I think we can cut our meat before we get there. I believe you just can't season it, but you can.
Well, in that case, can we chop all our veggies before we get there too?
We don't want to because we got to roast them first.
Oh yeah. Never mind.
We gotta do something for the public,
Well, we could lay them all out and then roast them individually.
and then
after
scrape the char off of them individually.
Well, have
What's
they
the time on your hand?
Do we have a garbage can?
Out here we can make one. We don't have one out here. Nope, you're good.
And gloves. Gloves.
We don't need no stinking gloves.
Well, the only
He
reason
wants gloves.
the only reason I want gloves right now is for the tomatillos. Unless you're gonna do them, then I don't care if you wear gloves or not.
I'm gonna grab one of my limited edition Gatorades. I bought a ton of Gatorade yesterday.
Surplus. Surplus.
Do you guys have a scale, a travel scale?
A what?
Travel scale to measure the weight of the food?
We don't have one that's specifically for that, but I was gonna get one. I know Scotty's got one, but
You have a regular scale you can put it on?
yeah, well, our scale. If you get on it and then you turn it on, it weighs you and counts you out. Then you grab something and pick it up, and it'll weigh what's there. But for here we do have one, but I wanted one for there too. But
For what do you need there?
when we leave, but you guys don't have yours, right?
Yeah, we
When
have
we
one.
leave.
Didn't know if you need to borrow it before they left.
Gotcha.
Did he already ask you that we need to have them there for Tuesday night?
You have to what?
We have to have the suitcases Tuesday night.
No, but I'll make sure that happens.
You don't want to sure, but okay, well.
I'll make sure that happens.
The what looks really dark?
The midnight ice. Is it dark? Oh, yeah. You pour it out into a glass. It's like this. They made it like black.
Really?
So
It says fruity flavor.
what?
Like
Oh, we were wondering what the other one was.
this guy says some melon citrus yogurt.
Yeah, you had me at melon citrus.
I didn't taste the yogurt in it.
Let's grab a garbage can from the shop. So we don't have one with no lid. So we have to keep stepping on the kitchen when we use it out here.
Ah.
The kitchen has a flippy lid.
Not an electronic flippy lid, but
Mechanical.
a physical.
Old school.
Yeah.
Old school. Well, let me get the.
And did you get glove? Yeah, you did.
I got those. I mean, did you?
I only want them for the tomatillos.
Okay.
And if I'm not doing the tomatillos, I'm not wearing gloves right now.
Okay.
Do you know what theirs is down there? What their policy?
And what they gave us, it seems like it's a little loose.
I think it's looser. Yes, I agree. But again, I am of the philosophy that if you've washed your hands and then everything you touch is going to be cooked into the safety zone, out of the danger zone, then you don't have to wear gloves.
Yep.
You wear gloves when you're touching food that's ready to eat or not going to get cooked.
Mostly empty and easy to move around.
Okay, I think if we put it right behind us, then all we have to do is turn around.
So I'm gonna.
I don't need the sound effect, but I'll still throw stuff in it.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, I mean, you want to go bleh every time you turn around and throw something in it.
Oh, it's entertainment, isn't it?
I'm sure everyone will love that our food sport is.
So what I. So what we're gonna do is you fire roast everything first, and so
Veg prep.
we do veg. Well, veg prep is not.
Uh,
Well, cutting them in half.
Are we fire roasting the onions?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to fire roast them in quarters or in discs, and then chop? And I don't think these need the sweat in the plastic bag like
No,
the peppers do,
they don't.
right?
You know,
So
sweet
what do
dough.
you think about making, what size is your ultimate?
On those probably
3/8,
3/8.
half, 3/8?
3/8 to a quarter, depending on.
So a little thinner.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we make rings out of them
And
and
we
you torch
yeah.
that side, then
And
we
it's
just
easier
do
to torch that way too. And that
That's
way you,
what I was thinking.
and that way you get more of the internal
Even.
flesh torched versus if you do quarters, you just get
All right.
So onions in discs.
Our peppers normal.
Everything we're doing is all that stuff is going to be halved.
As far as
Long way
to
halved
do your
to do the
blistering,
blistering.
and then after that we're gonna. These will be a little smaller, and these will all be a little bit bigger.
Yep.
Like 1/4 inch dice on these, and 3/8 on these, or 3/8 on these and half on these, or 1/4 on these and.
I say to keep the peppers this well.
7/16.
Yeah, I want 11/16 over here. I want 3/16 over here. No,
Did you tell
15,
him
30
what you
seconds.
did yesterday?
no, I didn't. I kind of said what we did, but I mean, what did I do?
What you
yesterday?
did? You put something up. I put something up, and it was perfectly plumb. But you did something even better. What was that?
Well, I can't remember.
Oh, the angle on the
Visualizing the angle on the staircase. Yeah.
so the railing system,
Hey, guys.
the stair pieces are hinged top to the bottom.
Okay.
And they're really tight. So you got to brace the bottom and push the top and get the right angle for the slope. He nailed it. Just didn't have to adjust it at all. It was
Well,
just
he
on.
also, because we're taking BSB, but we didn't want to take the full things.
Yeah.
We had a couple of cheap whiskey bottles that were
Smaller.
and
They're
I was,
called mini buttons.
Well, no, these are bigger. These are like
They're not
three,
little.
3 ounce, 4 ounces.
Oh.
They're a little bit. They're like the next size
375s.
up from.
They're like the wine ones.
they kind of look like a flask.
Okay.
So I was like, well, we have. Dad's like, we'll probably use this and then we'll put the BSB in it. And I was like, well, we could have some. I grabbed a couple of Pepsis out and I was like, we could have some right now. And he goes, okay. Then he pours, and I'm pouring soda in one. He just pours and then shakes it out and sets it down. And I finished pouring this first can. And I cracked the second can, and I'm prepared to say that this one probably has more in it, so he can have some. He can have that one.
And these glasses have horizontal lines in them.
And I pour, and then I'm like, that looks. And then I step back, and they're perfectly level.
He's like, how can you do a perfect pour like that?
I was like, he just like threw it in the mouth, and it was perfect. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep. Okay.
So we just the reason we go over this stuff critically is because we have one burner, and so we might bring 3 burners. I've got 2 more in there. Well, a double in there.
it's actually that's the other one.
Well, there's both of them.
Yeah.
But we cleaned that one up and actually ran it last night.
And
Works great.
good.
But we probably will only need that for the red. Because we're making
Because
the roux and we're
of-
doing some other things
right.
at the same time.
And then we got to keep it warm
Yeah.
from
and
11 to 4 until we
yeah.
run out.
And
Whatever.
so that was, I think you just hand it, well, I don't know. I have no idea how the People's Choice works. If you hand it to somebody, they give you your name and then they take it somewhere else, and these are all the People's Choice chilies. Or
I
people
read
walk
something
around.
about they will give you sample cups.
Okay.
That means we have to.
We're in charge of
That's
dishing
what
it
I'm
out.
thinking.
That means we got to put our salesman hats on. So, but
I
But we have
think
to cook at the same time.
I know.
How the fuck do we do that?
so. We have to. We will find out.
We can train somebody to be a server.
Exactly.
What?
She didn't even look at you.
I know,
And she knew you
right?
pointed at her.
What the?
Yeah, she didn't even know. So,
Imagine.
Lynn, you're gonna bring your outfit that you wore for Halloween last year.
Oh yeah, the one with the black and the apron.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
There we go. Come on, girl.
I
TM.
don't think very well, so things have been popping out.
TMI. TMI.
Well, popping out will get us some more points. I'm just saying. We're in Carolina.
That's right. Oh, maybe you should wear Daisy Dukes ponytail.
There you
There you
go.
go.
So
That's
the
Tennessee.
the first thing we're doing, because I'm reading through this one, and let me see, excess fat, using the pork. And so the first thing we're going to do, it looks like in the same. So the first thing hitting the heat on that, not hitting the heat as far as is the pork. We end up doing the pork first because in the same pot over medium heat, add the onion and then you add. Let me see. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on.
You don't want to
Okay,
render the fat out
let's
of the
render
bacon
the fat
first?
of the bacon. Yep. So
And
that's
then
the
cook
first thing that
this
hits
in
the
it.
heat.
Yeah.
So
First,
initially, while we
so
prep veg, you're
I'm gonna
cutting
be-
meat. And should you go ahead and do this first and pretend that this is already done the night before?
well, that's what I'm going to look
But
at.
we don't know if we can.
I'm going to look at
Yeah.
the rules and see if we can or can't. But for right now, we'll set it up like we can.
These rules are a little looser. Well, not a little. They're a lot looser than WFC. Yes.
A lot.
We can have our like spiced ups pre-mixed.
Dump's already done, ready to go.
Yeah.
Even though this one doesn't have a dump, this is just.
Well, I was
Mm.
telling Scotty we could save time for
reds?
our red.
Yeah, the reds. I'm going to have it totally production line set up. The reds. We could even have. I mean, yeah, the reds are going to be. I could even put the first dump on the meat and wrap it up and have it ready to go. It doesn't have to be. You know, we can have the meat separated and seasoned already.
Well, it's still a competition, though. So, do those rules apply?
Yeah,
It is
it's
people's
true.
choice competition,
But
so
we
we
have-
may not be able to.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
okay, so first thing we're doing is first thing we do when we get there is you guys start fire roast prepping veggies right away.
Yep.
And so what we'll probably end up doing is fire roasting. We might even have one of you guys doing the fire roasting and one of you guys doing some of the prepping too. So because what happens is you end up finish cutting everything long before the fire roasting is done. So you're even with
So if we can start
so if
fire
you can-
roasting.
If you can start like fire roasting the
Halfway
stuff that's
through.
harder to fire roast and takes longer,
these
maybe
guys.
the tomatillos,
Yeah.
have those in halves first,
Yep.
and then start right away with the torch. Somebody keeps cutting the veggies, so Josiah can fire roast the tomatillos and then take them and dump them right into a bag and just start working that production side. I will work on the meat and getting the bacon rendered and separated. So we'll need, and those things you can pour hot oil into your containers. Those are, I think
I don't know about hot oil. I think they're 200 degrees.
Well, I mean,
210.
the bacon oil is going to simmer. It's going to calm down pretty quickly. There's not going to be. I'm just thinking about the bacon
210
grease.
is the max.
Okay, I can bring one Pyrex,
metal one?
a couple of, well, not just those, but I have some, what do you call
This
them?
one says 212.
What do you call the little ramekin? A couple of ramekins to pour
Oh,
bigger ones to
okay.
pour the render the bacon grease into.
The stream is having a really good look at your back.
Is it? Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know you were streaming. All right.
I'll test it.
Oh, we're
Testing. We're testing.
Yeah,
Are people watching?
So this is our
a couple.
this is our prep. So, okay.
You know, the camera can see that. You probably want to do this.
Well, I got to give them my recipe anyway.
Not the locals.
Not the locals. The locals don't get the recipe. By the way. Locals can have the recipe.
It's not that.
Yeah.
It's not that good.
What?
The stream, not the recipe.
Oh, the stream. Okay. So,
All right, let me go get my drink.
so at the same time, let's we need to have a pot that we can render the fat and do all the cooking in, and we're gonna end up with a gallon and a half, 2 gallons. So I'm torn. I have a Hexclad and I also have a cast iron.
Okay, now I have a.
You and I have the exact same cast iron, the red.
Okay, I think that's way too heavy.
Mine is, yeah, they're different brands. But
I
it's the
have
same.
a Costco stainless steel. No, is it Tramontina instead? Okay, it's a 6-quart. No, it's an 8-quart. It's got a very thick disc on the bottom. And it's not super heavy, but it's heavy.
Because we will have the heat diffusing
I
discs
might
and the.
send her home to get that pot. Get a couple of pots. Just to,
And
we
your
may not use
immersion?
and the immersion blender, and then we can make some decisions.
Okay.
Okay.
But we'll use for today. We'll use the
And the
Hexclad.
cooling rack, the cookie.
For today, we'll use the Hexclad.
But today we'll use the, okay. And how big is the hex pad?
This guy,
But you said size didn't matter, Scotty.
how this guy sets up, in case you guys.
It doesn't, it's what you do with it.
Here.
That's what I'm saying.
Just say how this thing sets up. If just say you guys are here and I'm not, or somebody wants to set this thing up. Now you just take.
Holy shit, that thing's
Yeah,
small.
take it right up. You know what? That's not what she said.
How many?
Size doesn't matter.
How many do you use?
A lot. how you turn this over. This is how it stores.
Okay.
So you get it.
Because you have to have space underneath.
Well, you got
the pot.
these. Yeah. Flip it over, and then all you got to do to get this thing locked in. See this right here? This lever right here locks the butane right in. Now it's ready to go. Turn this. It's
Now,
on.
Did you test butane versus propane?
I looked it up online, and they both have the same BTUs roughly.
Roughly versus.
You feel that? Put your hand over that.
Stop it, stop it.
Butane is more efficient than propane.
That's what I've heard.
But as far as
if
like,
you like, I know
this is our little. So there you go. So you're instant hot.
I looked it up,
And
and
you can even go like this if you want.
Yes.
if you were to do the same amount of propane versus butane on the same size heater, you would get about, I think it was 13% more runtime out of butane.
So you can buy these at Walmart. Well, and you can count
they
on
have
you
them
can
there.
count on about an hour of or anybody. I mean, you can go anywhere, any campfire stuff. But I have a
The Walmart in Aberdeen had it.
But
I-
we
I-
can also do. It's got
but I have an adapter for propane we're taking
In
with us
case they
in
don't
case they
have-
don't have, so
okay.
we can run the green cans if we want to. But it's super easy. That means it's locked.
Yep.
The cool thing about this thing is you can't transport it when the can is locked in. It has a little safety, so you unlock the can, which
No,
pulls the
then
can
it's-
out,
okay.
so it's not hooked.
Yeah.
Now you can transport it. So as soon as you get there, flip this guy over.
What do these run?
What was it, Josiah? Do you remember how much it cost?
Not a fan.
I don't remember how much it cost. But yeah, you just got. I mean, this can even stay. You just got to go like this, and then turn it, and it, all the way down is light, and it just and you back it right off. Yeah. Very
You
easy.
still have those big 5-gallon rental gallons at Home Depot that you rent and then return?
They
I don't know if you can rent.
They
those.
do
You gotta buy a
But
bucket.
it's an exchange. It's an exchange.
Oh.
So you basically.
Oh, propane?
But you can. But I don't know if you can give it back to one store and then.
But
Yeah,
we-
you can.
we
It
don't
doesn't
need
matter
that
what
much.
store.
No, but I mean.
But we don't need that much propane
Yeah,
anyway.
we don't need that much. And I think they have rules like Washington does when the tanks are that big. I think those tanks have to be outside the tent. Or
Correct.
go like 20 feet away from the tent or something like that. Yeah, they had a rule about the big.
They had the
propane
whole
tanks.
fire marshal's
rules and
regulations.
There's that one, and then if we need something for the red.
Well, my concern is
I've got this one. This little guy right here.
I think we need to take that regardless.
And this one has heat shields on it already.
Right? They just fold out.
Yeah, this little guy pops up. This one was cleaned up and we used it last time.
Okay.
So it
Yeah.
pops up and goes.
I think we're gonna need to keep chili warm during service. And service is gonna start at 11 and we need to start cooking at noon. So we can't just have one. It's not an option. Torch?
No.
Bento, come on.
I just wanted to see if he does. No, there's
Pan, expat.
oh, the big gap.
You want me to go home?
Eventually, it's not necessary right this instant.
Did you already bury,
Yeah, he's over there.
No, that's fine, but you can see where he is at because of the hole we had to dig, because the casket that my son built was the size of a St. Bernard or a small Shetland home. So we ended up digging a pretty big hole to put him.
It made it easier to lay him in there,
Yes, it did. It did.
and we made him comfortable.
He was he's got room for him and a couple of friends.
were you there when they gave you some?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all were.
Did they sedate them first?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
The bet we had was
these
awesome.
guys, they have a part of their business model is on-site euthanasia. So they're really it's called
I don't even know.
they're down in Castle Rock, and a friend of ours had their dog. They took care of their puppy, and they were super duper kind. These guys, yeah, they were really kind, super kind.
He was amazing. the
And
whole
very,
process.
very. He explained a lot as it was going on, and it was as tough of a situation as it was. They made it better. It was fun.
Was in somebody's lap?
No, he was in the back of the truck. That's where he wanted to do it. We put him in the back of the truck and we went over and crawled up in his spot that he always sits.
And I think, remember the first time we were in Dallas? That guy was there with his searing torch. If he's there and there's a,
He's not. Well, I couldn't tell you for sure.
if
If you
he
think
is,
that would work
I
better.
want to buy one.
you
I
know,
want one.
They're really cool. But you can buy them online, I think.
I just found the secret pocket.
Bento's waiting for the table scraps. He came right over and sat right down and looked up at you like, hey, where's the scraps, Dad?
He never gets any, I don't know why he wants them.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if you want pepper scraps anyway.
No.
So I'm gonna.
You're gonna start with
Since these are
bacon.
colored, we're gonna just so everybody knows we're gonna keep the meat on the red. That's a good. That's the key there. And those can be for non-meat and.
You didn't have to relax, Bento.
So
You didn't
I'm
have to
gonna.
relax.
I'll work on the bacon
Oh.
first.
Lay down. You didn't have to lay down.
Aluminum tray.
For the
Roasting.
for the roasting.
And
yes.
torch.
And torch.
Lay down, Bento.
What's up, big dog?
Hey, what are you doing?
I did tell him about getting that secret.
Oh. At least the ones
Well, the thing is, I haven't told them that if we get all of the suitcases, I know that she needs some. Then they could just, everybody can go to the airport after they drop off the vehicle, at the Enterprise or wherever it is. They just drop the guys, you guys, up at the airport, and when we go in.
Well, so we're gonna because Auntie Mo is flying over,
Yeah,
Right.
and she's gonna take us up to the Xterra
yeah,
with him,
yeah.
and then we're not leaving the Xterra there. She's taking it
Right.
and going straight to the ranch. After
Oh,
she
but
drops us
you're
off.
not taking a different separate vehicle.
No, it's only your
Oh.
truck and the Xterra.
Okay.
I thought she was driving down with a rental car.
That changed.
Did that
we're,
change?
we're gonna go pick her up.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. She
Yeah.
was gonna rent a car, come here, then they were gonna go up and take the rental car back, and
Yeah, so now they're just gonna pick her up.
Yeah, that's why we pushed to get the Xterra done so fast and that's why Dylan was driving it so much. So we wanted to make sure that it was 100% broken and ready for the trip.
And for that, so still, you guys could just, she could just drop you off at the airport rather
Yes.
than meeting us at the parking lot.
right.
Correct. We just didn't want to have two people carry everyone's luggage or whatever. We wanted to try to figure out the luggage situation,
Yeah.
make it make more sense for who's carrying what.
And actually, we could stop by and drop off some luggage and then go to the parking lot.
Also true. So I think the mom's idea was to, as much of the luggage to fit in the truck as we can, and maybe if we have a couple of bags fit in the Xterra, sure.
Okay.
Because now it's only Sprocket. And he usually just lays it down in the back anyway.
Well, it's a full-blown pickup. There's not gonna be anything in there, but basically 6 suitcases.
Right, I just figured, it depends on how much we end up taking.
You just stepped on something, Scott.
I think that he was just a wrecker. Just your foot's on the husk.
Are you timing this?
Hey,
Not totally.
Well, you can have that. Whatever. Oh, I thought it was a piece of a tennis ball or something.
Are you taking your field tomatillos over there like this?
Yes. Well, no, we're not gonna. We'll buy them over there.
So then you need to be tracking how long it takes you to do this, Scott. You have to add this to the time.
I don't really think we do because we've done this enough times that we're good. And for that matter, there's no reason why we can't peel these tomatillos the night before.
Also true.
Because they're not being prepped.
Then you cook
But we figured
They're
we
being-
find out where you guys
Read.
parked,
Yeah.
and then with
She
James
could
driving
meet
us
there.
and where you guys park, so we all get dropped off where you guys are at and grab our luggage.
No, that's not quite true. You have to be picked up at the airport because we can't get all of you.
Or Thursday
in.
or Friday, whichever fits better for
No,
fun
no.
and shopping.
I mean,
whichever
like wherever you guys
works
park
better
the
for
truck,
Right.
because the truck's staying at the airport.
Yeah.
Having Antimo meet you there with us in the Xterra. so we all are together, so we all have our own luggage.
Oh, and then you would just hop on the hop and ride with
Sunday is.
us.
Yeah, with you guys.
Yeah.
And then
And then
HMO
we
would
just-
just take off.
Right now, we're just gonna.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah,
try
yeah,
to only,
yep,
we're
that's
gonna
a-
cook as much as we can.
And then it'll be
Saturday
the same for when we
holiday
come
for
back.
me,
We would
especially
just-
with the People's Choice,
She
and
would
then
meet us there with the Xterra.
you know,
We'd
the
load all the
actual
stuff
area
in
behind
your
that.
truck, and then we'd all
Saturday's
drive
all
back
cooking,
here.
and then Sunday, I don't know if
Disperse,
they do.
disperse.
We'll find out when we get there if there's certain awards that happen on Saturday and then different on Sunday for us.
I
don't know
think
yet.
I think the awards.
I thought they were the day of,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
but we'll find
evening.
out more. Here's the goal. The goal is to spend the least amount of time at Myrtle Beach, at the cookings, and the rest of the time goofing off.
Did you see?
Having fun,
They
going.
have a muscle car museum down there.
Yeah, and they also have. There's also a Mustang car show. Carol Shelby was instrumental in starting this ICS competition, so they have a Carol Shelby tribute Mustang show every year, right in the same, or right close to where we're at.
Oh, cool.
So that's down there too, and then, but also Renee would like to, on the day that we leave, get up early and go spend some time in Charleston. She heard it was a pretty cool town, so to go get up early and get there because their plane leaves later.
6 o'clock. No, 6. Yeah.
So
So you say,
There's also they've got a big wheel on the boardwalk.
there you go.
The
Yeah,
boardwalk would be fun.
We'd like to do.
people's choices first?
Yeah, People's Choice is, we cook People's Choice first because that's just how ours works. There's Bento. Thank you, good boy. There's, he just looked right at me. Thank you, good boy.
Hey, Dad, do you care about these slippers or no? It's after I cut these out.
Well, no, those will work okay because if you can cut them, oh, I see what you.
They were the slivers in between. Do you care about them or no?
The ribs.
I want. Hold on a second. What do you think
We
about
can blend them.
a
We don't have.
different? What about a different approach?
Okay.
What if we cut the top off and the bottom off,
And then fillet it
and
out.
then yank the stuff and then cut it in half and cut it in half again. That way they're all 4 equal. Cooked by lobe.
I would like to not waste some of the bells.
But these parts would be the
Well, no.
parts that get blended.
No, I'm just saying
Top
that
and
for
blended.
Josiah. I'm saying
Oh.
that we want to. What the goal here is to, when we cut parts off, we
Well,
want
once
those
I-
parts to be.
Once I finish, this is all that was left.
See, now, as far as I'm concerned, there's bell right there, and there's plenty of bell right there that can be utilized.
So have Scotty cut one up, and we'll see what it looks like, and we'll decide. Cut one up, Scotty.
Oh, yeah.
What we're trying to do is ease of roasting
That's exactly what I was getting at.
and saving as much as we can.
So you do this,
Yes, ma'am.
and then boom, you're done. This you can toss over to the side, and we can prep that later. And then you got lobes here. So you go 1,
Let me see if we can. Let me see if what Dylan's doing.
and you got 2.
So 12. Hold on. I'll get you an answer right now.
You want to trim the white off?
Sure.
It's down below.
Hey, Dylan.
Because I know it
Let's
tends to
see.
be like
Yeah.
chewy and not great.
Right. Yep. And then
We don't want any of that.
in the.
Down there, I can hear him.
I thought he took off on his motorcycle.
He had the bike running for a minute.
There's somebody banging down there.
That's-
Well, they're building a shed out. The neighbors.
They're building a shed over there. The neighbors are. That's all the noise over there. He's in here, I think.
I thought he left.
No, he started it up to warm it up.
Oh.
Okay,
He's heading down to Toledo for his
that's mine and that's
girlfriend's
Scott's.
sister's meet. Track meet or something. Not track meet.
Your
Um,
expertise is needed.
couple months.
Did they meet her in church?
No, he met her at a car show.
Oh.
But she was wearing a church shirt.
Fantastic.
And that's how he.
Yeah.
She's
And
good
she
people.
came over to him and said hi.
Well,
Well,
kind
her-
of.
she got her little sister.
She
to
got her little
ask for
sister
a
to try
number.
to ask for his phone number. You know what Dylan said?
What?
He said, "You tell your sister that I'm 25. Tell your mom I'm 25. If she's okay with that,
We'll talk.
we'll talk."
How old is she?
She's just turned 19.
Ah,
So, mine and
Mom
Scott's.
said 2 thumbs up, and
You want them?
they've been
You just throw them.
hanging out
Yeah,
ever
no,
since.
those are trim pieces. It depends. When you cut this off, it depends on what's left. See, like this one, I'd probably go all the way down to about right there. And then you're going to have a little tiny bit left there. Then you can go tick, tick, and then just got to read the pepper.
What do you guys think about oil versus no oil when it comes to pre-fire roasting?
No oil.
Okay.
Don't need it.
Because I think that it makes it harder to peel
Mhm.
the flesh off
Yep.
when they're
They
oily.
get sticky. When you see them roasting like hatch chili peppers in the big roasters, they don't oil them.
Because it's just less stuff for us to deal with. Will he lay in an elevated bed? We have a couple of beds, like campground beds that are like
He
for
might.
dogs. They're for dogs.
He might. He just doesn't, typically
down.
want to lay down.
Yeah.
He just wants to keep doing something.
Only for watching TV, he'll settle down. And then he doesn't want to.
Trim those after, right?
Yes. Big pieces first.
Well, I underestimated your ability to cut for speed. I thought that your way was going to take triple the time because that's how you cut things.
That's right.
And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I'll admit, I was wrong on that one.
I just figure the faster we get stuff in the pot,
his friend
the longer it can
take him?
cook.
Can you?
Just got off the phone with her, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, can you take him?
Well, she's gonna call back and see, because I was leaving at 12:30, and so I was actually gonna leave sooner, but if
Okay.
she's gonna ask her, I can drop him off like 15 minutes earlier.
Okay, gotcha. Cool, thank you. He's going to the paw spa to get cleaned up today because he's going over to the ranch when Antimo gets here. So we wanted him to be not right for the car ride.
Then you're here on the great
Taking the water off. And it's also sterilization because it does everything. I just washed it.
Man, you guys gotta get on with the jokes.
What did he say? Of course I can't hear you when this is in my ear. I can't.
What?
We can, I bet you we could even double layer.
You never responded, so I just did it his way.
Okay. So, and then I'm gonna give you a quick tutorial on fire roasting. We're gonna make all kinds of noise. Nope, that's not gonna work. See what happened?
Oh
The
shit!
aluminum was melting. They turned the aluminum, that MAP
Oh.
gas cooked the aluminum.
That fast, that hot. Wow.
Yeah, look at the, watch what it is.
Ah.
I don't think that's fire marshal approved.
There you go. So for now, let's for fire roasting. I just used a cookie sheet last time, or
I think that's what's gonna have to be.
Can
Yeah.
you hold the tip with tongs and then go like that?
that'd take you quite a while because you're
Long
gonna.
time.
You have to,
Yeah.
we're trying to get him, just lay him down and go.
Yeah, you have to pick
This
one up.
is the longest operation we have is fire roasting. So stupid.
I was a kid when he said they were like 100.
Oh, the poblanos. Yeah.
They look like they came
Why
from
don't
the
you
old
do
folks.
the jalapenos? Because I'm not sure how many
We'll just figure out we're gonna use
poblanos he wants.
This will work
6.
for fire roasting.
But Walmart's bags had
Oh,
5
he
in a
wanted
bag.
6. Okay. So
That was our
Five.
limitation. Was
In
they
that
come in
case-
bags now.
in that case,
Here.
go ahead and put.
This will work for the fire roasting now.
It will
We'll just
for
have to do
now.
something. For now, we'll have
We'll
to
take a cookie sheet.
I'm gonna have to I gotta warm it up a bit. This is what I fire roasting.
So are we fire roasting these pieces?
Yes. So, oh, we can't do that yet. So just put all the little pieces of pepper that we're gonna end up blending in there. Now, put
Take our
all the
paper
end
towels.
pieces.
Yeah, we'll
in
take
there.
our own over there. We'll buy some when we
So
get there.
these two?
Yep, yep. And those two.
All they supply in is 2 tables and 2 chairs and a tent. Everything else we have to bring.
And swap your.
Cheers.
It's 2 chairs, so we're gonna have to bring either buy some super cheap ones over there or bring a couple of. I mean, but it's just
I will never sit down until I drink a chair.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure that you and Renee will be walking around. So the last thing my wife's gonna do is sit and watch me cook.
It was 6 poblanos, right?
I'll get. Hold on. So there's your.
Because I know it was 6 Anaheim.
No, it's like 10 poblanos.
Oh, all of them. Good.
10. 10 poblanos. So here's our count. It's we'll start with the smallest. It's 3 bells. They want yellow. We can do yellow or we can use green. I just don't want to do red. So 3 bells. 6 Anaheims or banana. Either or, but I chose Anaheims.
Anaheims are much nicer.
6 jalapenos, 10 poblanos.
Okay.
And then 3 pounds of tomatillos. What we might have to end up doing is pre-oiling. This is already pretty seasoned. If we should oil the pan that we're gonna fry those on. That might be a help.
We go get that.
How's he gonna get Sprocket on the bike?
He's not taking.
Started his car.
That's his.
He's being funny. Right on the
Yeah.
handlebars.
Yeah, that's his car, not. But he's probably taking him in Xterra.
Well, if he's going to the pot spot first,
So we have 2 stages of char. We have a little bit of yellow poking through and then no yellow poking. So I think we're gonna go with no yellow poking through. That's like a full char right there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna fire roast them. We're gonna have gallon size. I'll grab one in there, gallon size Ziploc baggies. Just drop them in there as you pull them out and throw them in. Then they'll sit there and steam. So you can be doing that while Scotty's prepping, because he can be doing veggies while you're roasting. Because that is an arduous task. It takes a bit.
Oh. Really?
what?
Step. No one uses but my dog.
We will have enough bags that we can separate the veggies. Don't pile all of the fire roasted veggies in the same bag. We'll have like kind in the bags. So all peppers, poblanos, etc., etc.,
No, Beto.
etc. That's a garage garbage can.
Oh, I thought he was gonna eat the stem.
No, he peed on the garbage can. But that comes out of the garage.
Well, hose it off and put it back.
There's Renee.
She had to go to the school today, college today.
Oh.
They needed help.
They were in desperate need of extra humans.
They have classes on Saturday?
Yep, they're open. It's not classes. Their classes is OJT.
Oh, okay.
People coming in and getting haircuts.
Oh, okay.
The lion's share of their clients are on Saturday.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, except for, was it Wednesday, I think?
They have like a
Like a $5
$5 Wednesday guy's haircut thing,
Right.
you know.
Start roasting.
Yeah.
Tomats first.
Yes, yes, sir.
Tomatillos first.
Get
And what you can do too to roast is you can if as the oil burns up off the pans, you can squirt. I just was putting oil on the pan itself so it doesn't cook the cast iron so bad.
Are you taking the torch tip?
Yeah, I'm taking a tip, so we'll just buy a torch or buy a can of MAP gas when we get down there.
So I'm going to assume, Jim, that all our trimmings that we're going to end up blending,
Put 'em
they're
in.
going to get fire roasted too.
Yes.
Okay.
You know how to hold it down. Push that down, and then this is your lock button.
Oh, I thought
No, it's not. Just when it's totally vertical, it doesn't like it.
And that's simply like, I'm sure that these more like a
It's just too many in there.
Shut up. Hey, do you have his leash? Probably a leash. I told the guy to put some more. There's a black one right here.
Yeah.
We'll see how fast you can get stuff cut. I mean, if there's lag time between you and me, it can be you grabbing stuff that I've already torched and putting it in the bag. But we might, if Scotty, if we get everything prepped fast enough, then yeah, we can. It wouldn't hurt us. It's the longest. It takes the longest of all the operations.
Once you've got the meat started, you could be torching like bread.
Yep. But it's going to take a while to cut that pork shoulder up nicely.
But we get to cut that up.
Maybe. I got to double check that. I gotta look and see. I don't know.
Raylan?
It's gotta take the school regular, so you don't take something that's all.
You'll
You
be
brought
sorry.
out a box of bags.
Hmm?
Oh, bag. I don't see any.
Yeah, that's a lot of school first, or not?
No. We want them to steam. So if we get them in while they're still hot, and we just close the bag, they'll steam themselves.
Oh, when you peel them? Right?
Yeah. Scrape them.
You need tongs? You got tongs?
We
They're not
don't
that
need
hot.
no stinking tongs.
They're just hot enough to steam. They're not. By the time I'm done with them, they're not like hot to the touch.
But in general, you have to take tongs with you?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For what?
Um,
Well, maybe the meat. but-
moving stuff, yeah. Yep. Okay.
She was talking about me grabbing stuff off of the.
Nah.
They're not super worried about that.
Why don't you start one of those little containers for garbage? Those small pieces of garbage.
That's probably a good idea. But since it wasn't my idea and it was yours, I probably won't.
That's right, I shouldn't say it's up to you, right? I know that I could do that.
I already gave you credit for the barbecue sauce
Well, that's all she gets.
today. That's more than normal.
Wow.
That's true. Nope.
You're gonna get your snoot poked.
Part of the test today is with the stream is yes, it's streaming, but I also want to see if the one power bank that I have is enough to run the whole
Whole
stream.
thing, okay.
Because if it's not, I have like 2 more that are not as fancy as that one,
Yeah.
but I
Heads
can
up, we
use
got
to,
bees around us.
but I
One
can
bee, anyway.
use it to power the GoPro, and then another one to keep the Steam Deck up.
How many did your power bank?
What's that?
How many did your power bank?
That one's 20,000, but it's also it supports up to 100 watt output.
Is that one over there?
Yeah. But it's running the GoPro because the GoPro tends to get hot with the battery that's in it,
Mm-hmm.
and you can run it off external power and just
Right.
remove the battery so it doesn't get as hot. So as long as it continues
Mm-hmm.
and we're able to get to the whole cook without then it'll be easier. So it's too cold.
like a lot of people, blow into them.
What?
Yeah, just yeah.
Blow in them to dry them out.
Blow into what?
The gloves.
Oh,
And what does that do?
I entered out of context.
It just puts moisture into your glove from your breath.
It expands the glove.
Well, I know that,
Beto,
but some people go. And guess what? We just defeated the whole purpose. Or should I say, de-handed the whole purpose.
I guess this whole situation is now out of my hands.
Well, you know, we are in a digital society.
Ah.
Nailed it. I can keep going if you want.
I think the funniest one I heard was actually yesterday. I was listening. I one of the YouTube channels that I watch. Every Saturday they do a episode of Reddit stories, and they'll peruse Reddit for all kinds of stuff that they can just read and react to. And do like one guy reads from an iPad,
Like
has a
Mystery
couple.
Science Theater 3000, you know, commenting on what these people have said and done.
Kinda, it's like
Reddit
a
is
it's
just
like
the-
story time.
Reddit stories are like the drudge of humanity. It's
Well,
people-
Reddit itself
people need
is.
jobs.
But what they end up doing is they put like two people on a couch with like a blanket and have one guy reading. It's like story time.
Got that.
Well, because there's some really fun subreddits. Like one of the most famous ones is "Am I the asshole?"
Am I the asshole?
Yeah, people asking if they're the asshole for something, and you know,
This is
asking-
what happened. Am I really the asshole?
pretty much.
Okay.
I was like, you know, this happened and I reacted this way. Am I an asshole for that?
Okay.
Sometimes there's really innocent ones. Sometimes they get really wild. There was one that's also called "Today I Fucked Up." So they're basically confessions. Because Reddit's all anonymous.
So you can be as
You can,
smart or as stupid as you possibly want to be.
Until somebody figures out who you are.
yeah. But there was one. It was. And there's also like "True Off My Chest," which are just confessions. And there was one guy that was. They read a story from "True Off My Chest," and there was a guy. He's like, "Yeah, I was at a party, and." Or no, this one was from "Today I Fucked Up" by asking a girl about her skirt pocket. And so he went, yeah, well, he's like, you know, he's like, I know that a lot of women's clothes, especially like girly clothes, don't have pockets. And he went to a party, and he's in college. And he saw this really cute girl from across the room, and he thought he was, you know, he's caught his eye. And he was kind of, you know, checking her out from across the room, and he looked like, you know, her hand was in her pocket of her skirt. And he thought that was super cool, so he decided that would be his conversation starter. And he walked up, and he was like, I think it's super cool how your skirt has pockets in it. Not a lot of women's clothes do that. And she just kind of looked at him funny, and she goes, my skirt doesn't have a pocket. He goes, well, I saw you with your hand in your pocket earlier. And she lifted up her other hand, and it was a stub.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
No.
And she was like, oh no, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. It happened, you know. It's fine. We were across the room. And then somebody in Reddit's comments asked if he got her digits.
Nice.
Yeah.
oh God.
He was like, yeah, we've been dating for 6 months now. I was like, all right.
For true? For real?
Yeah.
Oh.
break from the hyperdog. He's just been chilling.
All the garlic, Jim?
Huh?
All the garlic?
Four cloves.
Are they getting roasted?
No.
Are they getting minced finely,
Yes.
crushed, and then absolutely
Yep.
paste turned into paste? When will they be used? And like, do I have to do it right now, or should I concentrate on something else?
What do you can work on? What else you got? Then do the garlic. Just saying. If your social calendar's full, then you can prioritize. But if it's not, just do what's in front of you.
I'm hungry, when do we eat?
In about 2 hours.
God, Bento. Why? Can't reach it.
Oh, really? You want to come play? I will fuck you up. Wasp. Or yellow jacket.
Oh,
I gave him fair warning.
you did. That you did.
So Jim, I have to take Bento in the night before on Tuesday.
Okay.
So when I come back from Missouri, if you want, I can pick up the bag.
Okay.
I imagine last minute stuff's gonna go into your carry-ons
Yeah.
versus
Yeah.
big ones.
Kind of today is when we're gonna, as we're going through all the stuff that we're using, we're
Mhm.
gonna kind of make note of what we use.
And we'll probably only use one of them because we're going to take our roll around cooler that we've taken to WFC as our second.
Oh, okay.
So we have a cooler to get, since we're going to be there for People's Choice and
I'm bringing ice packs.
are you bringing ice packs? We
Gel
can.
ice packs.
We have plenty.
The ones that you can throw away or leave there.
Yeah.
You know, like when you get
Omaha beef. stuff
or
like that.
okay, yeah.
We have those.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of those. But we got a full size fridge though. We can
Understood,
fit
but
them in.
we can always, when we go on trips, we can pack our lunch or our drinks and have them cold. We can
Absolutely.
go to the store and get our stuff, keep it cold. We can keep our stuff cold while we're there.
Yep.
And then we just either throw them away or leave them there. Huh? Yeah, shots, semaglutide.
The what?
Semaglutide shots.
What?
The shots,
Yeah.
the food shots, they come with the ice
Oh,
packs too.
gotcha.
So I think I've got like 4 or 6 already set aside.
You have shots of glue?
Well, obviously not full glue, it's partial glue because it's semi-glue.
Half.
So you use it to keep hold yourself together.
Partially. Yeah.
You love my sense of humor, and
I
I don't
do.
know why.
Because it's kind of like mine. You haven't noticed.
So you're both half there.
Yeah. She's here all
I'm
week.
twice the man he is.
She,
I would say, don't sell yourself short.
Man,
wow, somebody's on a roll. Who invited her?
somebody needs to read Love and Respect.
Oh, that's right. I sit in the back seat.
Oh, damn.
I was thinking roof rack.
Coming out swinging.
Peeling and dicing. And then obviously when you do the dicing, you can put the finished goods in the. Yep.
You want them kept separately?
Please.
Would you do the onions next after these, please?
Sure. I don't care in what order I do everything, so if you just put stuff next to me, it will be next. It's just, if I start this, then I'll finish it.
Gotcha.
Do you ever watch any reels?
Too often.
The deer blind men and the deer blind jokes? The three men
I haven't seen those,
in
no.
deer blind. So they're very quiet. That's pure blind jokes. But you don't know. I won't mention. They're pretty funny.
Like, no, instead of giving me examples, just don't say anything at all.
What was that? Don't say anything at all.
I just thought it was funny.
She
You're
picked
like,
that one up.
Oh, you know them? Okay, I won't tell you any of their jokes. They won't be funny at all.
I don't know any jokes. Very few.
You know, this is working out really well, Jim. I don't think we need two hits because Steve, by the time I got the first stuff prepped and he started roasting, and then they sweat, by the time I was done prepping, now,
Okay.
you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
I don't think it's I don't think two torches would make it good. You still have to sit, sweat, and then prep.
Doctors hate this de-aging trick. What's funny, as I go over them, they become bright green right before they catch on fire. It's like I'm melting the age off of them.
throw this farther than I can do the other ball.
Oh yeah?
And if I start at the top of the hill, at least go further.
Yeah. Watch your surroundings.
Lose a few hairs on that one, Jack?
Oh, I didn't, but the bag has a hole in it now. Somebody got a little crazy with the
I
flame.
still allow the steam smell. That's coming out of your paycheck.
What picture? Getting paid?
That's what I said yesterday. It was on Scotty's job site, right?
All I'm getting paid here is family time.
But it can't possibly come out of a paycheck.
You might want to get a roast a little bit bigger next time. There's some big, this whole thing is fat on the bottom. So probably have to go with like a 5.5 pounder.
I like that one.
4.22. It looked lean on the outside, so we went with it. I think we wouldn't have to cut a lot of fat off of it.
The old butcher's trick.
Put the fat on the bottom.
Or on the inside.
But now that we know it's basically the same as all the other ones, because the other ones are heavier, but there's fat on the outside. So we'll just have to get a bigger one.
So on these, do you want to roast just one side or both?
Just do one because you're going to have a tough time flipping them and trying to keep them together, and just cook them good once on one side.
Do you care which side?
Nope.
Huh?
I think that cotton ball will float in the pond.
I don't know.
She got loose in
Probably
the
only
pond.
one way to find out.
You can like fill a tub with water and then set it in there.
Yeah. Or a sink.
Yeah, you don't have to throw it in the lake to find out if it floats.
I mean, it works.
You
But-
would know, but you only get one shot.
You better be wearing your waders when you do it.
I'm getting secondhand emotional. These onions, man. Scott, you did a really good job.
Yeah.
I just love it so much.
can't hear you. Okay. Sprocket will be done in about an hour. So while things are simmering, you can go get him. Okay. Half of them are going to get blended. So peel half of them, then chop half of them to 1/4 inch. I mean, peel both. You know what I mean? You got power out here, kid?
For what?
See? Can I steal some power from something or not? For a little bit?
Hit the button on the side of the power bank and the display will say how much left.
71.
Then yeah, you can use it.
Just use it for this or that? For that?
There's a third port over there.
Oh.
There's a third out port on it too. Still at 70 something?
71 it looked like.
That's really good actually.
Yeah, 71%.